Hey everyone, ChuckV107 here. Before this video of Zombies Replay starts, I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys so much for the support you've shown on the series, for all the people who have joined us, so Turbo, Flamer, Caleb, LA and Chuck, all the people who have joined us so far, I thank you all so much for the support. In this episode, I have changed a couple of things. At the end of the last episode of Zombies Replay, when I did upload it, Flamer came out to me and said he was a bit too quiet within the video, and I did turn up his volume a bit, and I do always put my background music to 5%, which is like 5% volume instead of like 100% volume like I did in the Ascension video. So in this case, I've turned up the volume for LA in Chuck's speech, so whenever they speak within the video, I've turned them up within this video, and then when it comes to the music, I've turned it down to 3%. This is going to be a one and only change unless you guys think it should stay this way. So I want you guys to help me in the comments. Do you guys think my music should stay at 3% within the videos or 5%? This is the only video that's going to keep the music at 3% volume, well, just for the background music. I've listened to it, and as of right now, Chuck and LA were a tiny bit quiet on the editing side of things. When I was talking to them within the video, I heard them perfectly fine. It might just be my editing software, I don't know. But just let me guys know if I should do any improvements when it comes to speech, when the guests are talking, or should I turn the music down a tiny bit, aka should I keep it down to 3%. But guys, hope you enjoyed Zombies Replay episode 11. Make sure to check out Chuck and Elliot in the description below, and enjoy. Hey everyone, ChuckV107 here, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back, and today we are doing Zombies Replay episode 11 with ChuckV107 and LA, also known as LillemanLA. So if you guys don't know what Zombies Replay is, it's where we go through all the maps from chronological order, starting from NAT all the way to Tag Toten, or for all we know the most recent Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies map. So in this episode we are going through DLC 4's Moon. As you know, we don't have BO1 because I don't have fucking BO1 Moon, but I have it on BO3, and in today's episode we are going through probably one of the best speedrunners for Moon, and that is ChuckV107 in LA. So Chuck, would you like to introduce yourself?
Right moment.
Okay. LA, would you like to introduce yourself?
Moon best map.
Oh, okay. So if you guys don't know, these guys speedrun Moon a lot, and recently the records have been taken down, so rest in peace the records, lads. Sorry to hear that. But these guys...
No gums.
Yeah, no gums too. But these guys are honestly amazing lads. I recommend you do check them out in the description below. Subscribe to them on YouTube and Twitch. They make amazing content when it comes to speedrunning and just random shit. But yeah, are you guys ready to go? I'm going to start with the game, LA. And boys, and I know this is a special episode just due to the fact that I have two people this episode. Don't worry, same rules apply. This episode might go longer with 30 minutes. But yeah, so I'm going to be asking you guys questions, and then once you guys are both done, I will then give my personal preview on the question within Moon as well. We'll start with Chuck, and then we'll go to LA, and then we'll come back to me. But yeah, and the reason why Chuck's not on the game is because he wants to play Transit Battle Royale, but as long as we have one person, that's really all that matters. But are you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this, boys. So 30-minute timer has started. Let's get right into it. So the first question I have, Chuck, and you will go first here. What was your first personal experience when playing Moon for the first time? Like, how did you feel when playing Moon for the first time?
I felt epic. I did the Easter egg with my my cousins, and we completed Moon. Because before playing Moon, we completed Ascension, Call of the Dead, and Shangri-La together. So yeah.
Okay, really interesting. LA, what about you?
I thought it was cool that we were on the moon for once.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool with no gravity, even though it was super on tier 1. But yeah, I've never done an Easter egg at that point, so I never did the Easter egg up until like 2012. So I never experienced the Easter eggs. I just played them up normally, and I kind of hated it.
Okay. My personal experience with Moon, obviously starting off with Area 51 and stuff. When I first saw it, I was like, "This is Moon. This is ground." I was honestly shocked, and then like I saw the teleport and shit, and then it was on the Moon. The graphics in BO1 Moon were... Yeah, let's not talk about it. Yeah, there was something else. I didn't mind the map itself. I like the Easter egg, I like the storyline, but like the map itself, the way it looked, I was kind of optimistic. Like when I saw it in the trailer, it looked fine, unless I'm just completely daft blind. But honestly, it really did have fun with Moon as a whole. The wave guns, everything. It was really, really cool. So there's really nothing much I could say about my first personal experience on Moon, apart from the fact that I did have fun, but the graphics on BO1 Moon then weren't just like prime. It was just whatever at the end of the day. But it was BO1, so I really can't say much. So Chuck, this is your question here. The things that you don't necessarily like about Moon.
I don't like having to reset for Tunnel 6, or how much RNG you need for like all the weapons or items required for the Easter egg. And especially, it's even worse on solo, because you have to get the Gershes, the wave guns, get rid of the Gershes for the QDs, and then get rid of the QDs for the Gershes again at the very end.
So yeah, so basically Chuck's basing that off of his recent speedruns and stuff, lads, for anyone wondering what he means there. LA, what is the things you don't necessarily like about Moon?
I don't like the Moon Men.
The Moon Men?
Especially on BO1. When I play BO1, he's a tank. He takes like everything as a champ.
Yeah.
And and sometimes you can go around the corner and he's just there and you can't kill him and you just take away your perks. Yeah. I don't like him, I hate the normal colors, but I like that there's only one specific area that he can spawn in. So it's a fine. Otherwise I would probably hate Moon.
The things I really dislike, I don't mind the spaceman at all. Yeah, he can be annoying. It's just as long as you know where he is and such, you're fine. The thing I like really dislike though is probably the Nova crawlers. They can be just they're just fucking annoying on this map. And I thought they were annoying on Kino. They were just really annoying on this map. I honestly don't mind them the more I play it, but it's like they're still a lot of fuckers, man. They can be so annoying, especially when doing the hack and step on Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 1, which is probably worse. They could just block him with their gas attack when they explode. It's just whatever. Which is really annoying. And I'm going to bring up Chuck's speedrunning point with the RNG and such. RNG on the map can be annoying, like restarting for Tunnel 6 and such. So that is a big point up there. And then especially doing the solo Easter egg. As much as soon as Zombie Chronicles got announced and I heard Moon was coming back, I was hoping that they'd done it solo, but the RNG on the map, getting rid of Gershes for QEDs and then getting Gershes back as well, it's like, man, I don't even know. I don't know what to tell you, but it's annoying as fucking. And waiting for Tunnel 6 as well, that can be annoying as well, because like, it takes forever, so that's all I really have to say about the fact that this map can be fucking annoying for some things. So the next question I have is, what would you like to add or change to the map, Chuck?
I'd say there should be what's it called? They should increase the chances of getting the Gersh and QDs. And I believe if you already have, they should make it so like it's not as annoying on solo. You shouldn't have to get rid of the QEDs and Gersh.
Ellie, what about you?
One funny thing before I answer that question, we just got Tunnel 11 and this is episode 11, so hog. But yeah, I would just like to add like a mini Easter egg to get all the stuff that you need.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did that on Leviathan as well, if I'm right.
I'm also really curious about this theory that Conan Pizza had about Moon, because before I started speedrunning Moon, he said that every time he got wave guns before any excavator turned on, it would always be Excavator 6 or Excavator Pi if he already had the wave guns, which kind of makes sense because wave guns is used for the excavator, for the Easter egg step. So I think that was a cool theory. That would be very cool if that was true. Other changes to the maps, not really. I like how it is, except the RNG.
Yeah, what I'd add to the map, there's really nothing like I'd change, but item wise, like you said, with Tunnel 6 and RNG as a whole, the Easter egg on this map is really good, but the main point is like RNG is a fucking ass. The RNG on this map is just a real big pain, and like I liked Golden Pizza's series as well, with like if you got the wave guns before Power On and stuff, Excavator 6 would come along, which I really did find cool. But obviously that wasn't the case. But I just wish shit like that would be true. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ellie, because I know you play Leviathan a lot here. I wish they made it so you can get free Gershes, free QEDs and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's in Leviathan, getting free Gershes. Not totally sure though. Yeah.
You can get both free Gurges and free QEDs.
Oh my god, that's literally better than Moon.
And the RNG with the box is much better than Moon. 9 times out of 10, you'll always get something from the box. Like maybe the harpoon, maybe the Wavegun, maybe Gurge. It's like they're super common on the device compared to Moon.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things I changed. Just RNG made it more nicer with Wavegun. Oh, my man's already got the Waveguns. But yeah, honestly, that one thing I would change is make sure there would be a way to get free Gurges, free QBDs, and just in general make RNG a hell of a lot better on this map. Because if you're speedrunning like Chuck and LA do a lot, like they've experienced hell, especially Chuck, which is why he hates the fuck out of Moon now. So yeah. But yeah, there's really nothing much I can say about like anything I'd add or change. So the next question I have, and again, boys, this is the new question I added in from the last episode. If you haven't seen Zombies Replay episode 10 with Flamer and me, go check that out on Shangri-La. What do you think about the Wonder Weapon on this map? So we're not counting Regal Mark II specifically, we're just counting the Wavegun. So Chuck, what do you think about the Wavegun?
I think the Wavegun's really cool. It's a really fun wonder weapon to use. But one thing I did not know until I started playing with LA is that the Wavegun doesn't give you power-ups when you kill zombies.
Really?
I just think it's really cool.
Ella, what do you think about the Wavegun on this map, man?
I love it. Like it's pretty OP. It doesn't have a lot of ammo, but it's kind of balanced out that it can't get any drops, in my opinion. Otherwise it would be way too OP. Especially since there are goblins and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
The sap guns kind of sucks. I think they did a very good job on Leviathan, because of Leviathan you can actually get drops with the sap guns.
Yeah.
But this is Moon, so we're not gonna talk about Leviathan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. It's one of my favorites for sure.
One thing, like you said, fucking just discovered this from YouTube just now. Power-ups. I do find the Wavegun is definitely really cool. The dual version, I get how it stuns them and all, but like I don't necessarily like it. Like, if I had to use it for ammo, sure. But the Wavegun as a whole is definitely cool. But again, I would change to the fact that we changed it to the point where it would actually give you drops. Fucking hell, I never realised that until now. Jesus, I can't get that in my head. But yeah, that's a definitely thing I'd change. As a whole, the Wavegun is cool. There's really nothing bad about it, but like you said, it is kind of balanced, and like how they did it in Leviathan is good, as much as I haven't played Leviathan. But this is, man, there's really nothing we can say apart from the fact that in this map it doesn't give you drops, but it's whatever. That's whatever. So the next question I have, Chuck, and I think this is going to be a big pain in the ass for you. What do you like about the map?
I like that it's a short and fast Easter egg. I like that the gameplay is like it's pretty good for a casual experience, and you can just chill out. And I love how they added a no man's land to the map. It's like I believe it's the first map with a no man's land experience, and the only map, I believe.
Yeah, pretty sure. Well, you have classified as well, but like that's just from at night time or whatever. So Ella, what do you like about Moon?
It's actually my favorite Easter egg of all time. If we count out all of the box spins we have to do. Like the steps themselves are really fun to do. It's very gameplay heavy. There's some specific Richtofen steps you need to do. It's kind of annoying that you have to be Richtofen every time. Like there can't be any other characters when you play solo. It's
Yeah.
I like the layout. I like Area 51. It's a cool challenge. Just stay here.
Yeah,
game.
Yeah. There's been loads of videos on just seeing how many
kills
kills
you can get in this area.
Yeah, because I remember CWC2 doing that as well to get in.
Probably my favorite starting position of all time too. Spawn here. It's such good, very crazy. Like the first time you play this and you just, okay, this is round 1, and there's so many zombies, but they're all walking and stuff, and then all of them just starts running and the siren goes off. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, round 1 will never end, lads. Round 1 will never end.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I do like about Moon, but like again, if you're like Easter egg player, like you're just mainly focused on. I just got fucking QBDs earlier. We could do the Easter egg here. But yeah, probably one of the biggest problems with Moon, if you are an Easter egg player, is the RNG. And not even a high round player, because high rounds, all you need to do is stay in Tunnel 11. But apart from that, that's really it, to be honest. Nothing else to say.
You cannot have to go back and hack the excavator.
Yeah, the aesthetic with Moon is really nice. I like the atmosphere, I like the Easter egg. The Easter egg is definitely really, really cool. Especially, like, I don't think there was any music in BO3's Moon when the rockets were launching. In BO1's, but yeah. No. Well, in BO3, it was a big improvement. It was so goddamn cool. Yeah, it was so cool. And especially with, like, the HD graphics and stuff, like, just BO1 Moon, yeah, it was cool, but, like, it was all sludgy graphics, but again, like, that is what it was back then. It was still cool, but just compared to BO3's, oh my god, it's actually taking my breath away. It was definitely really cool with what they did on BO3 Moon, and just as a whole, Moon in general. Love the Waveguns, love the QEDs, love the Gershes. Just all in all, the way the map works is really, really cool. And like, one of my favourite things is the halfway step of the Easter egg, which is the Samantha step. Cryogenic Slumber Power, probably my favourite thing in the Easter egg, not counting the ending, because the ending of the Easter egg is debatable. That's like probably what most people would say about Moon. But apart from that, Moon as a whole is just really, really good, honestly. There's nothing bad or good I can say about it, apart from the fact that it's just a really, really cool ass map. So the next question I have for you lads is, and this is optional by the way, this storyline. If you guys know any storyline about this map, how do you feel about it?
I feel that the storyline connected really greatly. It flowed through the maps. Like, at first glance, it doesn't really make sense how they're just jumping through all the places. But like, if you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, with all the maps that's been happening, there's little bits of lore they can just pick up if you wanted to. It's like one day you're stumbling around in Shangri-La, and then you discover a radio, and then you see, you hear Brock and Gary, and when you finish Shang, it says Richthofen, which hints to the, the ending of the finale, which is Moon, which is where everything comes together and it's a full circle. Why Richthofen brought them to Call of the Dead, why Richthofen brought them to Shangri-La. It all comes to full circle, all to take down one person, or technically two people, Maxis and his daughter, aka, and once whenever they finish Cryogenic Slumber Party, or when they finish doing all the tubes, Richthofen achieves his goal, becoming the first ever Trek in Zombies history.
That was really interesting, Chuck. LA, do you have anything to say?
The most crazy ending to a zombie game ever. From all of the games. Like, you're just blowing up the earth. Like, with both BO2 and BO3, even BO4 left on a cliffhanger, pretty much. Or, I know BO4, I don't know about BO4. I don't know much about that story. But, just seeing the Earth blow up for the first time on BO1 was so mind-blowing. Like, I don't know, it was just crazy. And then when you see Samantha from MPD, and then when you see Richthofen switch souls, I think that was really cool. Yeah, I don't know much else, to be honest, about the story of the map.
Yeah. Like Chuck said, honestly, and Chuck, that probably out of any, like, the storyline question is optional, but out of any of the people I've asked, you've probably, like, said this, like, the best way for, like, a map, so Chuck, you found every voice. But definitely, Moon was, like, taking your breath away. Like, honestly, the lead up to Moon on how Richthofen became, like, the first ever, like, human trap, like Chuck said, was phenomenal, with the Moon blowing up to take down technically two people, Samantha and Maxis, I'm gonna guess. the Easter egg as a whole leading up to that moment, it was cool. And in BO1, it makes sense for you to have two people. So you have, you need someone to grab the stone, then you have a sentry to do, then you need to get the golden rod from Call of the Dead and such. It was all cool and dandy. And that's why I did like BO1's version. But like, if you've already done BO1 version and then you had to do the same in BO3, it'd obviously be annoying as fuck. But honestly, it was just definitely really, really cool with what they did on BO3 Moon. And just, well, this is the storyline I'm talking about, I'm not talking about gameplay. The storyline, just as a whole, was brilliant. I really can't say anything. And like, that's why I really like the cryogenic slumber party. But because it just was really, really interesting as a whole with what they did on Moon for the storyline. So there's really nothing much I can say. Chuck literally took the words out of me and LA there. So yeah, Chuck, you just said everything there. So we're 10 minutes in, boys. So we've got 2 more questions left. So Chuck, starting with you again. If this did happen, right, which I don't think it will, but if it did, would you be okay if this map came back as a remaster where everything would be as much HD graphics as it is right now, then more BO3, or a remake where it would have some areas that we know and it would just change a bit?
I'd say it'd have to depend on the story to see if it's a remake. Because if what they're doing for the remake is like having, I don't know, it depends. You said if everything else in the map just stayed the same.
Yeah, that would be for remaster. Yeah, that'd be for remaster.
And that kind of be cringe. I think I'd go for the remake.
What about you, Ella?
I have to go with remake as well because this is already a remaster. We don't need another remaster.
Yeah, we really don't need another remaster.
This is the best the BO1 version of Moon could have been, and BO3 did that. So
yeah,
this version of Moon can't get any better. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm gonna personally agree. Like, especially like with a speedrunner's perspective. Like, I know like the RNG and stuff, but just compared to Moon with gobblegums and shit, I think it is better. Unless I'm like somehow wrong. But I'd personally have to go for a remake as well. If anything, I wouldn't want to see this version of Moon. Maybe there's somewhere out in the distance of Moon where there's a secret station or somewhere, and our characters are headed to that secret station or something. That would be really, really cool to see about there. So, like, honestly, there's really nothing much I could say apart from the fact that I would definitely really like a remake where it wouldn't be this area, or if it was and we just had a couple of new areas, I wouldn't mind, but as a whole, if we did get a remake, I would want a completely different area just taking place on the Moon. That's how I personally feel. And like, maybe again, it could be a new set of characters where we do go to the Moon. For all we know, we could be going to the Moon to stop Richtofen's plans, or we somehow fail to do that and die or something. But honestly, I think that'd be really, really cool if they did a remake. So the last question I have for you lads is, out of 10, and again starting from Chuck, out of 10, what do you think about Moon, and a reason why?
I would rate Moon overall an 8 out of 10.
Damn.
I believe
that's higher than I expected.
It's fair because the soundtrack and the aesthetic and theme and graphics, it's all even though even the Easter egg is pretty good, like, just because the RNG is bad, that takes away a point. And the only other thing that takes away another point is that the high round strategy isn't it's pretty boring.
I can understand that, Chuck. Ellie, what would you rate Moon out of 10 and the reason why?
So I would rate Moon 9 out of 10. And
I wouldn't say
RNG is the only thing that deletes it from 10.
Damn, I wouldn't say you're the highest person to rate a map out of 10, but you're the second highest.
If there was no or it could be RNG, but just easier to get everything. Like if everything would be common together, like Waveguns, like Gershon's cuties. I will rate this map 10 out of 10 because I just love this map.
Also,
I completely forgot earlier to mention the soundtrack that Chuck just did. The soundtrack in this map is awesome in the BO3 version.
Okay, so it's
this is probably my favorite round change music of all. I would have put it 10 out of 10 if the RNG wasn't so bad.
Yeah, true. So I would have put it a 9 out of 10, Ellie, sorry to offend you. It all depends, because, like, again, the RNG to me on this map, personally, is an absolute bitch boy in LA. I think we can do this Easter egg, so if you want to go quickly, grab on your face, your space helmet, we can go over, get the hacker and teleport. Oh, you've already got... My man's on a fucking roll. I don't know, man, because I want to give it an 8 out of 10, but again, with the RNG, but the soundtrack is literally amazing on this map, and, like, the round change music as well, like you said, Ellie, is really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, soundtrack, characters, story.
Yeah.
Setting.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Reasons
Atmosphere.
why... Yeah, I like the atmosphere of the map, the music track for this map, like, even the loading screen, man, it texturally looks beautiful, the music, the Easter egg as a whole, sure, it has fucking the worst RNG as a whole, and no wonder that would be in zombie Easter egg speedrun competitions, but still though, it is just a really, really cool ass map. The Excavator 6, the rockets, Maxis, Samantha, even the Ultimus crew, like, I know, like, playing them now in 2020, we're just like, but it was cool to see them coming back in Black Ops 4 as well, seeing as, like, we only saw them in Black Ops 1 and World at War, nothing else, but as a whole, just, in general, Moon was just absolutely fucking cool. I really can't. It, like, the music, the atmosphere, the map itself, Easter egg, characters, wonder weapon, it was all cool, and especially, like, again, like Ellie said, I wouldn't want a remaster because I personally think the BO3 remaster is literally the remaster we need. And a remake, again, I don't even would classify the idea of a remake that wouldn't be a remake, it would just be a new area taking place on the moon. And for all we know, it just could be a different universe, a different set of characters and such. But all in all, I am happy with Moon. I was originally going to rate it a 7 out of 10, but just from what Chuck said from the storyline and his points and stuff, and same goes for LA as well, honestly, just made me want to rate it higher. So yeah, I'm personally going to give it an 8 out of 10. So we have 2 minutes left, but due to I'm just probably going to say the outro here, and then we'll just fuck about LA. I'll go jump off here, even though I'm wrecked often though. It's drilling, Ellie. It's drilling. Hack the machine like you've never. No! Reese Armour. Ellie, I've got you, my guy. I've got you. Ah! I'm probably gonna end the video here. We have like 59 seconds left, so it doesn't matter. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. If you did enjoy, please subscribe, leave a like, click the notification bell, always subscribe to the channel. This was Zombies Replay episode 11. Make sure to check out LA in the description below, and same goes for Chuck's streams, where it comes from Twitch and his videos on YouTube. These lads literally fucking grind on Moon like it's like no man's speedrun Moon before. Honestly, I recommend you guys do check out these lads. And these guys do other content, like whether that be Fall Guys or just something else completely different. Minecraft, Chuck's memes of me, something I don't fucking know. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in this video, boys. And goodbye.